72 hours, 24 masks, 1 moon, 1 Hylian, and 1 pesky skull kid that's finally gonna pay for stealing the possessions of Asian men and shaking his behind at observatories. Our moment has come, my friends. Let's get this party started. And blah blah, we've seen this. Alright, you can hoot and holler all you want, buddy, but things are gonna be just a little different this time. Last time we were total cowards and went back in time, but it's gonna be a little different this time. We are going to play a song we actually have not played yet, but it turns out to be the most important song in the entire game. And that is none other than the Oath to Order. That's right. Got a secret weapon with us this time, man. Weren't expecting that, were you? I regret to inform you that's not an earthquake, buddy, or a volcanic eruption. Let's see how you deal with this one, man. I hear hoots and hollers. Ugh. Okay, either he's scared or the call of the giants is just very fatal to his ears. I'm fine with either, personally, but... Okay, so... we played the Oath to Order, and we have awakened all 4 giants. So now, with the Oath to Order played, the 4 giants will truly awaken and show their full potential. With their long legs. Each giant will come from its compass area. That was the swamp one. Here comes the mountain one. Careful, there might be kids playing. Don't step on them. Kind of hope there aren't kids playing out there, but you never know. You want to be cautious at least. Of course, that's where like the Enos and the little Juju bad guys were, so feel free to step on them, man. Get them all stuck in your toes and stuff. That's giant number 3. Wasn't it? No. I'm kind of looking down and up here and there. Sorry about that. So that's all 4 giants. All brothers. Teaming up. With their long arms and legs. And their giant bodies. Will they be able to stop the moon from crashing? That's right. Put your back into it, man. All those years of working out. Will they pay off? I seem to be struggling a little bit. That's like me trying to lift like 30 pounds above my head. I'm just pathetic. I'm sorry. Oh, that kind of sounds good. Did they stop it? Is the world saved? What are you, raising the roof? Looks like they're raising the roof or something. They're stunned beyond belief, or they're possibly intimidated. They didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Hopefully they're just amazed at their own strength. So what happened? Doesn't seem to be shaking or falling anymore. Oh, it stopped. Is that it? What do you mean we? You didn't do anything but stand there. Always taking credit, I tell you. Oh, nice little fairy reunion. They're finally back together. They've been separated for so long, ever since video 1. We've been through a lot. Need to get some coffee. You know, catch up on things. Take some time to go to the milk bar. I didn't save the cows or anything this cycle, but I'm sure he has some nice soy milk you could take a nice binge to. Yeah, he's been, what's he been doing? Oh, come on, don't defend the guy. Pfft, yeah, out of everything he did, putting our lives in danger, making the moon crash, yeah. Forget all that, dude. He hit you upside the head a couple of times. So, I'm lonely. I don't try to, you know, end the world, usually. I don't know, most lonely kids do kind of do that. Especially boys. Little boys. That's all we do is just break things. Hearts included. So it was all the mask, eh? Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. That text color is different. Did Link just talk? Wait, who said that? No, he didn't say that. Somebody... What? Oh, well... When you celebrate that much, it's clearly not over yet. I mean... Hey, don't insult Pinocchio like that. If only Jeff Dunham would say that. Ah, I see now. The Skull Kid was merely a puppet. The mask is the one doing all the evil bidding. I never realized how disgusting and terrifying the moon's mouth was until now. Didn't Rosie O'Donnell say that when she went to the Olive Garden? Oh no, it's fallen and it can't get up. Come on, fellas. Like the masked salesman said, believe in your strengths. Believe. Now that you mention it, the Song of Time could use a little more lovin', I suppose. Alright, is Tail gonna join us and be our new sidekick? By all means, man. You seem to have more knowledge. Plus, I just like purple more, personally. Looks like we're going to the moon, where all our questions will finally be answered. Did the US really land there? Is it made of cheese? And will it inspire me to base an entire rock album off of The Wizard of Oz?
2, 1, 0, and lift off.
Ah, shucks, it's not made of cheese. Okay, well, we're in a nice little paradise. I was expecting the final area and where the moon took us to be this overdramatic dark place, like a giant dark castle with lava surrounding it. That's always the final area of the game. But we're actually in a nice little peaceful paradise. Look, there's even butterflies. Nice little prairie. I don't know if there's a little house here, but there's no telling what awaits. It's full of surprises. Okay, my friends, so we are in the final area of the game. And yeah, it might not be what some of you are expecting, especially with the major dark tone of this game. They actually ended it in a rather peaceful place. So let's check it out. We've got, oh no! Oh, okay, you're just gonna sit there? Yeah. Remember this kid for a little later. I mean, clearly, because he's wearing Majora's mask. He has to be a little important. But we're actually not going to bother with him right now. We're going to deal with these other little brats. First of all, if you take a look at these little rugrats, you'll notice that they each have a mask. And they're actually the mask of the remains of all the bosses we defeated. See, that kid's cranking out Twin Mold's face. And they each represent the 4 dungeons we went to. So we're going to start with the Adolwa one, or the Woodfall kid. If I can find which one it is. Don't run away, come on. Okay, no, that's Goat. Alright, just to go in order and keep it consistent with the game, I'm going to start with the... that's Georg. I'm going to start with the Adolwa kid. Let's see if we can find him. That's Twin... I'm finding every kid but him. It's got to be this kid right here, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so... Oh, okay, he's a shy one. It's quite nice, yeah. The moon this time of year. Nice little weather it has. Do I have to shake you and be creepy? Oh, you could have said please. That's right. For those of you who are big fans of the masks we've collected throughout the game, I regret to inform you we have to surrender them. Each kid wants a few masks, and we have to give our mask away. Yeah. This kid right now only wants one, so we need to get rid of the... It doesn't really matter, but... I mean, of course you want to keep the bunny hood so you can get around quicker, but... You want to get rid of the most useless mask as you progress. So clearly the most useless mask that we had in the entire game was, of course, the Bremen mask. I mean, what the heck? All we did was pick up some chicks. Alright, so this kid only wants one, but the other ones are not. They're a little bit more greedy. And for those of you who are big fans of the Bombers hide-and-seek game, you're in luck. We've got even more little brats to find. So these kids want to play a little game of hide-and-seek. And each kid's going to take us to sort of a mini wannabe dungeon of all the dungeons we went to. So this was the Adolwa kid of Woodfall, so he's going to take us to sort of a mini version of Woodfall. And some of these areas are not too difficult. They can be fairly challenging, but they only have like they usually kind of take one puzzle from the dungeon, and that's about all they do. So, like for example, the big aspect of the Woodfall dungeon was the Deku and its flowers, so that's going to be a big part of this area. What's interesting about the Gossip Stones here is, as far as I've gathered, all of them give you a hint about one mask in the game and where to get it. So for example, this one says, the Gorman brothers have the Garo mask, so that's all the Gossip Stones have, is they all hint where a particular mask is, or who has it, or its location. I think it's always who had it. So, I guess that's for since you need the mask in this final area, I guess that's for if there's some mask you don't have yet. That's a little hint. But nowadays we have the internet, so that stuff's completely useless now, isn't it? Back in 2000, man, you had AOL. What the heck was that? Okay, and each of these areas has a heart piece, and I'm gonna fall. I went a little too early there. Or too late, I don't know. Yeah, these little mini dungeons, each one has a heart piece, and of course there's 4 total. So our last 4 heart pieces in the game are going to be in this little final area. So you want to be mindful of the heart piece before you complete this little area. So, yeah, I haven't done this final area really that much, so oh, come on. Okay, there's a heart piece over on the right part, so... I'm going to go on this one. These yellow ones are the ones that launch you a ridiculous height compared to the others. So the heart piece is over there. Should be able to reach it with that ridiculous spring it gives you. And there we go. That's heart piece number 1 for this area. And we only have 3 more, and that's every heart piece in the game, so... So we need to get over to that area across from here, and that'll be the end of this. I think what I'll do is because I can't really see the rotatey things, I'll probably just go back here, and then go back to that yellow flower. So you can read each of these if you want, but I'm not going to spend too much time with those, so... Okay, there's the yellow one. Was that a little too soon? Oh, crap. Okay, in the yellow flower, and then once we slowly but surely get to this last part, which is right there, we can leap up and then go over to the final area, and that's it. So, I think these dungeons, these little mini dungeons, in a way, they're kind of more of salutes to the transformations, I think. Oh wow, that's not scary at all. Yeah, we found you. Good hiding spot. So if you talk to him in the transformation, he's... that mask. Take it off. Wow. Very dominant, aren't you? Okay, fine. You only talk to kids like you. Yeah, you weren't that hard to find, man. Okay, he wants more mask. God, none of these kids were not taught manners, that's for sure. Alright, and the amount of masks they want gradually goes up with each kid. So this is the first kid, and each time he's only going to want 1 mask. So which mask should we surrender? Don't need to find any more stray fairies. So, here you go. Look like a chick. Possibly a fantasy of yours. Go ahead. What's up, man? Tall, dark, eat my food, want rides everywhere. That's about it. Nah, not mine. They just use me for my video games, mostly. Alright, so that takes care of the first area. And we played hide and seek with child number 1. I'm going to be totally lazy here and use the Goron to navigate around quickly. Alright, so we're going to go to kid number 2 and the second mini-dungeon, with keeping with the game's continuity. We're going to go to the Goron-themed one, so we need to find the kid who's wearing the Georg mask. Or not Georg, goat, sorry. So we're going to do the goat in the Goron-themed dungeon next. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Okay. Yep, it looks pretty nice this time of the year. Okay, now, because this is the second kid, he's going to want 2 masks the first time. And then later, when we find him, he's going to want 2 more. And in the end, this is going to result in us giving away all of our masks except for the transformation ones. So, let's see. I think I'm done with my fantasy of being Pikachu, and I don't really... the smells are okay here, but I don't think I need to smell them too much anymore, so... There you go, look like Pikachu. Yeah, I already got it. And have fun smelling what the moon smells like, buddy. Alright, so we gave him 2 masks, and now we move on to area number 2. And for me personally, I find this one to be the most difficult of the 4. None of them are really horribly difficult by any means, but if I had to rate them with difficulty, I'd say this is the most. So this is the Goron-themed one. And each area, I think, has the dungeon's music, too, so... This area only really masters the Goron's rolling. That's basically all this is. So you're going to roll here, launch, and then you're just going to hold A. Don't touch the joystick, and you're going to fall off. Great. Sometimes this doesn't work properly. If you roll properly here, and you don't use the joystick, when you get to the end of this, it's going to naturally... physics is going to take its roots, and you're going to naturally get to the goal. So right here, I'm just holding A. I'm not touching the joystick. Just holding down the A button. Oh, come on. Dear Lord. Sometimes this doesn't work properly. Thankfully, they give you these pods here, and they pretty much always have magic meter, from what I can gather. So running out of magic meter is not an issue, so... let's try again, let's see. Go kind of in the middle. And then just hold A and let it naturally transport you. Okay, I think this should be okay. Okay, and then when we get to the end here, coming up. Alright, then we get there, okay. And now when we get to this part, you want to stop. And we have a couple of routes to take, but like I said, all these little dungeons have a heart piece, so we want to get that before we find the little snot-nosed kid. Yep, and you don't want to get in these because they'll automatically transport you back to the beginning, so avoid those like the plague, my friends. Avoid those like Navi's advice. Oh, come on, what was that?
Tell me the man's name that starts with the letter K. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
If you want, you can switch to Link here and there. Here and there. What kind of stupid crap was that? You can switch to Link here and there because using Link kind of makes it... You can just navigate easier with Link. Like, Goron's all fat and wobbly, and I don't know. I just don't like navigating with him too much. Alright, so the exit here is over that way, but we, of course, still want to get the heart piece, so... Now we get to the part that's a little difficult. We need to get to the end of this, and we gotta use our roll to do it. So you got this little weird turn you gotta do. Okay, got it. And yeah, thankfully they're generous with the magic meter. They don't... Usually not... I've never had an issue of running out, so... And And then we gotta go all the way to the end here. Yeah, I don't really like walking with the Goron. He just has this, you know, he's all fat and stuff. Just kind of irritating. And keep going this way. Yeah, I think this will take us to the heart piece soon. Oh, crap. Dang it, I forgot it does that. Might as well just start over. Whee! Suicide! Alright, now I'm back here again. I made the mistake of thinking that this was going to take us straight to where the heart piece was. I forgot we've got a whole nother trial here. I try not to say a whole nother. It's just a stupid thing. I don't want it. It just seems kind of unnecessary. A whole nother. I could just say another. But anyway, you want to go straight, and you want to be sure to hold A right here, and don't touch the joystick, because it's going to naturally take you to the end here. Or it's going to do that stupid thing. What the hell was that? Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. I think the key is to make sure you get the roll straight and in the middle. So if you're all kind of on the left or right, it's just going to be kind of... it's not going to work right. Alright, in the middle, holding A, not touching the joystick. Hopefully it'll naturally take me to where I need to go here. There we go. Now we're at the end, and there's the heart piece. I will cherish this thing forever, because, God, it was irritating getting this. It's really not that hard. I don't know, maybe doing commentary has something to do with it, but that's what I have to do. I have to blame other things other than myself. It's just part of life. It's what we do. Then I can go to the end here, and I think this takes us right back here again. Yeah, it kind of just forms a big circle, so it's pretty cool how it plays the dungeon music. I like that. Although I'm not really a big fan of the dungeon music in this game. Except for Stone Tower, of course, but all the other dungeon music's just kind of... a lot of times it doesn't even sound like music, it just sounds like little ominous noises. All the dungeon music is kind of like... and stuff like that. I don't know. It doesn't really sound like a song or anything, but still fine, but... hey, look, Toy Story! Yeah. Anyway, take that off, because he's all racist against fat Goron things. Alright. Put some shoes on, kid. Unless you're like Oprah. She didn't get her first pair of shoes till she was like 6 or 7 or something. Anyway. I want to try to stay awake, so we'll get rid of that. And I'm not too much in the mood for blowing myself up. So, here, stay up all night. And have fun blowing yourself up, buddy. Go ahead. What's up, man? I don't really want to get into that, man. Probably not. I'm very weird. I'll end it with that, man.